In the remote, untouched jungles of northeast India, where ancient forests have remained largely unexplored for thousands of years, local tribes still speak of something enormous, something that walks upright like a man, something that builds large nests on the forest floor, something that can stand nearly 10 feet tall. They call it the Mande Barung, the forest man. For centuries, eyewitnesses have described massive, hairy, ape-like beings lurking in these lost jungles. Could these be nothing more than folklore? Or could a giant ape-man from a forgotten chapter of prehistory still be hiding deep in India's most impenetrable wilderness? Today, we're venturing into India's own lost jungles, the Garo Hills of Meghalaya. Over 8,000 square kilometers of some of the densest subtropical rainforests on the planet. This region receives some of the highest rainfall in the world, creating a lush, misty environment that has changed very little over vast stretches of time. Here, generations of Garo people have reported encounters with a creature that shouldn't exist, according to mainstream science, a giant, bipedal ape-man. We're going to examine the eyewitness accounts, the physical evidence that has been collected, the ancient connections, and the scientific possibility that something enormous from the distant past could still be surviving here. Stories of powerful, ape-like forest beings are deeply rooted in Indian culture. In the ancient epic Ramayana, we read about the Vanara, strong, intelligent, forest-dwelling humanoids covered in fur who fought alongside Lord Rama. They were described as agile, powerful, and living deep in the jungles. While often interpreted as mythological, some researchers wonder whether these tales preserve ancient memories of real encounters with large, primate-like creatures that once roamed India's forests. In the Garo Hills, the local tribes have their own long-standing legends of giant forest protectors, sometimes described as two giant brothers who watched over the land. These stories existed long before modern sightings, but starting in the late 20th and early 21st century, the reports became much more detailed and frequent. One of the most credible accounts comes from 2003. Woodcutter Nelbison Sangma claimed he saw the Mande Barung on 3 consecutive days. He described a massive creature, nearly 10 feet tall, with black and grey hair, walking upright through the forest. He even guided journalists on a 5-hour trek to the exact location. In 2002, a team of 14 forestry officials, including James Marrick, reportedly spotted what they believed was the creature during a tiger census in Balpakram National Park. Other consistent reports include 2007 in Durabanda village, an entire family group observed together. A carpenter who witnessed a female with an infant near a bamboo forest. Multiple villagers describing the creature searching for crabs in streams or raiding pineapple fields before disappearing into the thick canopy. What stands out is the consistency across unrelated witnesses over many years.
A shadow moved through the trees, fast and silent.
A shy, bipedal, hairy giant that builds ground nests and leaves behind broken branches and scratch marks on trees that don't match known animals like elephants or bears. This goes beyond stories. Local researchers like Deepu Marrick and members of the Achik Tourism Society have documented physical traces for years. Giant footprints measuring 13 to 19 inches long, some photographed and even cast in plaster. Witnesses and investigators note they look almost human, but far too large for any known primate in the region. Large ground nests made of broken branches and foliage, unlike typical animal constructions. Hair samples collected from alleged nesting sites. In 2008, 2 hairs were examined by British primatologist Ian Redmond, who noted they most closely resembled hairs from humans, chimpanzees, gorillas, or even the controversial Yeti hairs from earlier expeditions. Some earlier samples were later identified as belonging to known animals like the Himalayan goral, but the volume of consistent reports keeps the mystery alive. Expeditions into the Garo Hills have repeatedly turned up these signs in remote areas near Nokrek Biosphere Reserve and Balpakram. Here's where the story connects to deep prehistory. Paleontologists have uncovered fossils of Gigantopithecus blacki, the largest ape known to have ever lived. Standing up to 10 feet tall and weighing hundreds of pounds, this giant primate roamed the forests of ancient Asia, including regions not far from modern India, until roughly 215,000 to 300,000 years ago. It was adapted to dense, humid forests, feeding on tough vegetation and fruits. Then climate shifts turned many forests into open grasslands, and Gigantopithecus disappeared from the fossil record. But what if small, isolated populations managed to survive in stable rainforest refuges like the Garo Hills? This area is one of the wettest and most biodiverse spots on Earth, with dense canopy and difficult terrain that has protected it from heavy human development. Some cryptozoologists and open-minded researchers suggest the Mande Barung could represent a relic population of these ancient giants, or a very close relative that adapted and persisted in India's lost jungles. As with any mystery of this kind, skepticism is important. No clear photographs or video footage have emerged despite camera traps and expeditions. Some hair samples have been linked to known animals, and in thick jungle, misidentification remains possible. Yet the sheer number of consistent sightings from different villages, spanning decades, along with the physical traces, makes it difficult to dismiss completely. The Garo Hills are vast and still hold unexplored valleys, much like how the Amazon's flooded forests were once thought unable to support giants. The dense jungles of Meghalaya remain one of India's true lost worlds, places where ancient secrets can still hide in plain sight. Whether the Mande Barung is a living legend, a misidentified creature, or a genuine survivor from humanity's prehistoric past, the forests continue to guard their mysteries. And as long as people keep venturing deeper into these lost jungles, the possibility that giant Ape-Men still walk among the trees remains alive. What do you think? Could something like Gigantopithecus or the Forest Man still be hiding in India's remote wilderness? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, hit like, subscribe to Into the Lost World, and turn on notifications for more deep dives into hidden history, lost civilizations, and the secrets still buried in our planet's wild places.